Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning for me. I don't know when I'm gonna post this, but hopefully sometime during the week so I can get back on to giving you all updates. So as I mentioned in my previous video, I fell really behind in providing updates, and mostly that's because of good news. It's because this challenge has been successful, and pretty quickly after I went to Flee Across Florida and filmed that, my orders started picking up, and I had a couple of really busy weeks where I didn't have any time off of work, but I had like 6 orders one day and then 3 orders another day. Like, for me, it was a lot, and it was stuff that I had to pack up very carefully, oftentimes. So it became a little overwhelming that I was reaching my goal and being successful, but I was also like, I have to get all this stuff done, and did not have time to sit down and film a video. Maybe I had a little bit of time to sit down and film a video, but I'll be honest with you, I did not have the energy. I needed like the little bit of rest time that I could get. I took that. But I hope that you would be interested to, because I haven't reached that $5,000 goal yet by any means. So I can give you my current update. So the last time, at the end of the last video, I was working towards hopefully we'll be at $200 in my budget soon. And that was about a month ago. So the exciting news is my current budget, I'll just give you like where I am now. My current budget is $681.33. So a number of weeks of just lots of that stuff I'd been working on buying, selling, and then finding new stuff each week that sold within a day or two. So it really is just a few items that each week that were propelling me to that number. For example, I picked up a book that turned out to be, it was a free book. It turned out to be a textbook that sold for good money. I picked up a camera. There was a whole bunch of cameras at one sale, and most of them were not that great, but I managed to find the one. And even though it didn't actually work, I made sure to, because they had them priced from $10 to like $20, I got a $10 camera, and even though it didn't work, it still sold and made me some money. So lots of different things, but I'll say that I've definitely kind of niched into a few things that have been successful for me lately. So one of those things I talked about, doing clothes and jeans, are very prevalent. I've been watching Carrie at home, who does jeans exclusively. You guys have probably all seen her. When I was watching her, I thought, wow, there's always a lot of jeans at sales, so I should look into that. And I don't think I've mentioned that in the previous video, but that's one of the things that started getting me looking at clothes. Was like, I might as well just look at them, because I had before. I had looked for, the classic. I had picked up some Lululemon before. I'd picked up some Nike before. Stuff like that, where I was like, I know these brands, but like really learning clothing brands. And there's so much clothes that most of the sales I go to. And I have seen lots of jeans, and I was like, people wear jeans all the time. I should really start learning about these. And that has become, in the last few weeks, pretty successful for me. None of these are big sellers. The jeans are a good, like, sort of bread and butter item, but I've had some good sales with them. And this week I picked up a few pairs. I didn't know the name Cody James. I was not familiar with that, but they looked like nice men's jeans. So I picked this pair up, and then I later saw in a video someone talking about this is one of their maybe not go-to brands, but this is a brand they always pick up, and I was like, oh, cool. So I listed this, and it hasn't sold yet, but I just listed it. and hoping that that is a good brand. And then I live in Florida, so I said, why am I not picking up a lot of shorts? Like, we here in Florida, we love our jorts, we love our jean shorts. I used to wear them all the time and have gotten out of the habit of it. Haven't been wearing jean shorts as much, so I forgot. But people everywhere, if you look around in Florida, we wear jean shorts. So like, why don't I just I should be picking up shorts. And I picked up a few pairs a few weeks ago and sold them pretty quickly. Not huge amount of money. $10, $12 on something I paid $1 for. That's good for me, especially because shorts are pretty easy to photograph, list, and ship. So for me, and because they're so prevalent here, are a good pickup. And I got, last weekend I picked up a whole bunch of jean shorts. Like, I found so many of them that I picked up a whole bunch that are even probably not, some of them aren't that great, but I picked up a bunch. And one of them was this Alice and Olivia jeans. I think these are super cute. They've got this, like, I think it's called a paper bag, high waist. Those are really cute. If I could wear those, I might, but I really liked those. But picked up a whole bunch of jean shorts and haven't sold any this week, but I feel like that's a good thing for me to be on the lookout for based on my market, where I am, and then how easy they are to do. So that's been working for me. And then the other kind of thing that I had found some success with was, like I mentioned, having to pack things up carefully, is glassware, mugs, cups, and really found some, especially some vintage ones that are really desirable. So that worked out for me. So I've been kind of honing in on those too. This week I didn't find anything amazing, but I did go to we found like sort of a family run estate sale where it was small. They didn't have a ton of stuff, but I picked up a box of items and a couple of things I liked. So I'm always on the lookout for, where's the Starbucks mug? Starbucks cups, mugs, and tumblers, because I know people at my job that collect these things, and I know people, friends that collect certain things of this, and I've had some success with Starbucks cups and mugs in the past. And when they're sometimes, like, I went to a sale where they had their tumblers at $5. Well, I don't know that, unless it's a really collectible one, that it's worth that. But if they're they had 50 cents and $1 on their mugs. And I've been to some places where they have 25-cent mugs, and I'm like definitely looking at all the mugs when they have them for 25 cents, because any of those could be a nice $15 for 25 cents. I will take that. So I've been kind of focusing on that and picking stuff up like that at my sales. And so far, these kind of things have been the just everyday money. And then some of the rare things, like I said, the camera I found, the book that ended up being a textbook, things like that. Some vintage glassware I found have been pushing me up to get to that $681 budget that I have right now. So that's really exciting. And wow, I've been enjoying the fact that it's been successful, and trying not to stress out about too much, but I have a lot of room to grow. I just have limits to how much time and energy I can spend on it. And also there's limits to what I can find. Like, this weekend was a really quiet weekend. The yard sales were not great. I didn't find a whole lot. I did stop at a Goodwill and tried to find a few more items. And I found some clothing to try to sell, but those things are more expensive. But I do have a good budget now, so it's nice to be able to do that. But like I said, the yard sales, which is yard sales and estate sales, are primarily where I get my inventory. and it was a quieter one this weekend. There wasn't as much available. The good news is that I can get caught up and get all this stuff photographed and listed this week. The downside is that if I want to get to that goal ultimately by the end of the year, I think it's possible. I just have to find the right stuff. So I'm trying to just not overthink it, which, I mean, come on, I'm gonna overthink it, but I'm trying my best to not overthink it too much, and just every week try to find these good items that are gonna sell and focus on that. And I'm gonna luck out again and find something really special that is amazing that I will use a ton of bubble wrap on, because it will be, of course, something like a vintage piece of pottery or glassware, but I love those. And that's something else I wanted to mention, actually, that I'm digressing, but I did want to mention that when I first started, I was not subtracting sort of packing supplies cost. I was just using when I was first starting up, I was using what I already had. So I didn't say, oh, I got to go out and buy poly mailers and bubble wrap. So I'm going to subtract that from my budget. But now I am just going through tape, bubble wrap. I had to buy some really good sturdy boxes for the glassware and the pottery I've been selling. And that is also, I'm taking that out of my budget. So I just bought some new stuff, and so that's come out of that budget too, and I still have this much, so that's fantastic. But that's going to be something also I have to consider forward, is I've got to pay for the materials to actually ship out the items. So there's a lot going on, but the key is that it's been good so far. It's been very successful, and I'm really pleased with that. But I have lots more work to do, because I want to get to that $5,000. And if I can get to that $5,000, I can't believe I'm saying this to myself because I'm putting too much pressure on myself. But if I can get to that $5,000 sooner, then I can build on that even more. And I really have some travel goals I want to meet in 2025. So it would be great to have even more money to work with to do some traveling next year. All right, so it's Sunday. I have the week to catch up on what I bought this weekend and some other stuff I have sitting around that I haven't caught up with from the previous weekend. So that's what I should focus on instead of going out shopping again. But I might. I haven't seen any sales recently. And I might pop into the thrift store again. But let's take this $681.33 into the week. Hopefully we'll sell a few more things this week, but also I'm looking to find some valuable stuff to invest in going forward, because I think I'm gonna have to start. I mean, like I said, it's good to have the jeans and the shorts and mugs and stuff selling for between $10 and $20 and having a few of those every week. But I'm gonna need some higher priced items to get me to the ultimate $5,000 goal, I think. You guys can get me your opinion now. Should I just keep doing the easy stuff, whatever I can find, bring in $10 to $15 and just keep working on that? Or do I need to focus on bigger and better things? I mean, I'm kind of torn on doing both at the same time, maybe. Well, as usual, this went on longer than I expected, but I am really pleased to be back giving you updates and really pleased with how the challenge is going. Let's see how the next week goes. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye.